Be ready for some of the worst takes on Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse that you'll ever see. Try not to lose your mind here. Now, I think the message behind anyone can wear the mask is pretty simple to understand and delivers a great message about people's capacity for good.
My favorite thing about Peter is that he made us each feel powerful. We all have powers of one kind or another. In our own way, we are all Spider-Man, and we're all counting on you.
So let's see what some people took away from this movie. Anyone Can Wear the Mask is stupid and devalues Peter Parker's originality and purpose.
You're not kidding.
Please watch the movies you critique. Thanks.
Probably not you specifically. I think it's a metaphor.
Am I the only one who did the reading?
Nowhere does the movie devalue Peter Parker's originality and purpose. Anyone Can Wear the Mask is a metaphor. The movie spells out that Peter made people feel powerful and inspired them to do good. With great power comes great responsibility doesn't just apply to superheroes. It applies to the average person as well, and Peter helped people see that. If anything, this makes Peter more important because he's the primary inspiration for good in New York.
The only thing standing between this city and oblivion is me.
Did people hear Uncle Ben's responsibility speech and think he was only considering superheroes when he said this? He didn't even know Peter had powers. Wearing the mask is symbolic of taking responsibility. Anyone can take responsibility and be heroic. But watch this. Someone's gonna say, but not everyone will be a hero. Movie might be great, but its message is awful. Anyone can wear the mask is a dumb way to put it. It's like Gusteau's anyone can cook motto. It doesn't mean all will be great cooks. It means a great cook can come from nowhere. I really hate when people try to be pedantic about a movie's wording to try to outsmart it, as opposed to understanding what it's actually communicating. Saying that anyone can do something is not implying everyone will do something. Otherwise, we wouldn't have Spider-Man villains. Anyone can wear the mask is simply referring to how we all have the capacity for good, not that everyone will use their power for good. It's really not much different from that line from Ratatouille, so I don't see why that's being used as a counterexample. And you can be this pedantic about any message in any movie. For example,
I believe there's a hero in all of us.
Well, actually, Green Goblin is pure evil, so there wasn't a hero in him. Aunt May was attacked by that guy, so she should know better. And there have been many evil dictators in history, so May should know better than to say there's a hero in all of us. Wait, what do you mean? That's clearly not what she meant. Like with Into the Spider-Verse, the quote is simply communicating that all of us can choose to be a hero, not that every single person is going to. Doesn't Miles literally becoming Spider-Man contradict your first sentence? The convenience of getting the same powers as Spider-Man but not leaning on great power/responsibility does give off the impression of Spider-Man is the powers, not Peter Parker. It doesn't, because Miles doesn't become Spider-Man just by getting his powers. He initially tries rejecting his responsibilities and convincing himself that he's just a normal kid.
No. It's a normal spider and I'm a normal kid.
That's him being in denial of where his responsibilities may lie. So it's not just about his powers, it's about the person as well. And again, MJ's speech about how we're all Spider-Man isn't about having these specific powers. It's about how in one way or another, they all have the capacity to do good and to help others. Miles' father represents this when he tries to help Spider-Man defeat the Kingpin and save the multiverse.
Get up, Spider-Man.
Aunt May represents this when she tries to help the Spider Team prepare to stop the Collider.
Peter knew how dangerous the job was, but he figured the only one who could stop this guy was Spider-Man.
MJ represents this by motivating the public to do good and keeping Peter's legacy alive, so it's not just about having the powers.
In our own way, we are all Spider-Man.
Am I the only one who did the reading?
Multiverses are the worst. They're gimmicks and serve no purpose but to devalue the original character.
And I think there are a lot of disingenuous people online that just want to hate on the film. They don't want to make it better, right? They want to hate on it.
It doesn't devalue the original character to have variations of him. The appeal of these variations in the first place is that they are different, so it doesn't take away from the original character. It's their differences that make their conversations worthwhile, like how Miles has to learn from a more experienced Spider-Man who feels jaded by his experiences.
Great power comes
Don't
great...
you dare finish that sentence. Don't do it. I'm sick of it.
Or how Gwen isolates herself because she's Spider-Woman and can't talk to anyone about that, only to learn through people who are like her that she doesn't have to remain isolated.
And I don't do friends anymore. Kinda nice, not being the only spider person around.
Friends?
Friends.
That doesn't devalue anything. This is just baseless complaining. Anyone can wear the mask ultimately devalues Spider-Man. When everyone's super, no one will be. The only people who disagree with this are those who want to self-insert themselves as Spider-Man, but not as Peter Parker. The movie isn't saying everyone has Spider-Man's powers, it's simply saying that anyone can be heroic like him. This has always been true whether the multiverse has existed or not. I understand that the multiverse is offensive to you, and I'm very sorry that offends you, but acting as if the message implies that everyone has spider powers is a complete misreading of the movie. This movies are shit. Yeah, nice grammar there. Tombstone getting beaten by Aunt May, crying about acceptance, too many Spider-Men, and alternate dimensions. Okay, Tombstone doesn't get beaten by Aunt May, she simply got a lucky hit on him. That doesn't put him out of commission. I also find it ironic that a Raimi fan is saying this because, well...
We sure showed him.
What do you mean, we?
Oh.
Crying about acceptance. Well, I don't know what this is referring to. Too many Spider-Men in alternate dimensions in a movie that's about the multiverse? This is consistent with the premise they're aiming for. This is what I expect from the movie. And like, how many different spider people are there? So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 if we count the Peter that died, and I guess 8 if we count Miguel O'Hara. So 8 characters, only 8 characters, is too much for you in a movie that is literally called Into the Spider-Verse.
Cause hot damn, you wanna know what's a scam? Your fucking education. Nigga, that's what the scam is.
Like, I can't imagine actually approaching movies this way. It just boggles my mind. None of these things make the movie bad. What are these criticisms?
Where do all these guys come from?
Okay, last one, I promise. Most of the character's characterization is horrible. It's Spider-Verse slop. It ignores 80% of the mythos for no reason other than the fact they clearly haven't read it and don't care about Spider-Man. Okay, this should be good. Let's see this very legitimate critique of the characters. Peter Parker is a hot-headed, mentally unwell man who would never let go of his wife as easily as his Spider-Verse counterpart did, and he would never let his daughter near his alter ego's life, even hiding it from her in the original Spider-Girl series. Wow, okay, where do I even begin with this? For starters, this just misrepresents the movie. There's very clear indicators throughout the film that Peter didn't just move on from MJ easily.
Because you know what? No matter how many times I get hit, I always get back up. Could you imagine a seahorse seeing another seahorse and then making it work?
And it scared me.
And I just want to thank Mary Jane Parker for being here this evening.
I'm really sorry. I wasn't there for you when you needed me. I know I could do better if I just had another chance to give you the bread that you deserve.
If anything, the film demonstrated that Peter has an inability to let go. And you know what he does at the end of the film? Oh, right, he goes back to MJ. You know, the person he apparently let go of so easily.
Am I the only one who did the reading?
And the second thing worth addressing is that this is not Peter Parker from Earth 616. I asked for a legitimate critique of the characters, not differences from the source material. A legitimate critique would be pointing out why this is inconsistent for his character, or why his character may not have a purpose in the story, or how he might detract from the story. But apparently, this does get addressed. See, I could maybe see where you're coming from here if it wasn't for the fact they try to constantly make you think the same Peter in these films is from 616. And again, this is an adaptation. I should expect consistency from the source material.
What? What are you talking about?
Do you know what an adaptation is? I don't think you do, so let's look up what the term means. An adaptation is a composition rewritten into a new form. A new form directly implies a new continuity. So that means expecting consistency from the source material is at odds with how continuity works. Under this standard, unless the adaptation is literally a carbon copy of the source material, then it's breaking continuity and therefore a bad story. That's the standard this sets here. It's really dumb. And another thing, just because they write the number 616 there to reference the comic universe, doesn't mean it's actually the comic universe. In fact, the sequel goes out of its way to clarify this by saying 616B. Now someone brings up that it's explicitly not Peter from the 616 comics, as the movies in the comics have always been different. And the counter to that is, except they explicitly say it is Peter from 616 because a visual on a computer said so.
Oh, that's stupid.
Are we now going to criticize Miles' universe because Peter's been Spider-Man for 10 years before he ended up dying? Spider-Verse 1610 Peter dying for the first time in his 10-year career. I joke here, but I can imagine someone actually making that type of criticism. Because, oh, well, Peter died after 1 year into his career in the 1610 comics, so the same has to be true in the Spider-Verse movie where they say it's 1610. Like, this isn't an implication that they're the same universe, it's just a callback. What the hell is this?
It's just dumb.
Well, that was a headache to go over, but that's just about all I wanted to talk about. These were some really, really bad criticisms of the movie. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe and check out my other videos. Have a good one, and see you all later. Goodbye.